I am live, and not only live, but disoriented. Somehow I have messed up sending Jim Campbell the link. I had him backstage. I could see him on the phone, but not on the screen. Maybe I should have sorted that out before going live, but no pressure. Let me try to call up Jim Campbell. Well, I mean, not call him up on the phone, but let me try to bring Jim Campbell in to the business here, and let's see how we can go. All right, enter studio. All right. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. All right. Mr. Campbell, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. So this is kind of let me just do this, right? So here's me on the phone. Here's Jim Campbell on the phone, but then from the screen. Oh my gosh. Anyway, the comments are stacking up. Let me oh boy. All right, so let's do this. We're talking about the NECA Toony Terrors figures. And again, as I've been known to hang out on Reddit, here comes Fun Reason 5988, who said ordering through the ZLC collectibles would be a good way to go. So that's just what I did. So credit and shout out to Fun Reason. Let's go knock down comments, and then let's get through. Okay, so we got Chai Star gives a let's go. Mandarin gives a yo. Junkyard gives a awoo. Mandarin gives, I can't believe I saw this before you going live. I'm so happy that you did, Mandarin. Mandarin, if you care to comment, because we're trying to get Jim behind the origin story of the Mandarin also. This is 2 years into this, and I'm showing how much of a mastery of the StreamYard system. Mandarin, how did you choose your screen name, Mandarin? You know, maybe we can't get Mandarin to come in. Maybe we can't get Mandarin to call the hotline. But Mandarin, how did you choose your screen name? All right, so Mandarin Junkyard, and hopefully one of the kids doesn't call during the live stream. Where's Blue Sasquatch? That is the good question. And Junkyard says, hey, Mandy. All right, so Jim, let me say, I was glad you were good to come on and co-host with me here. I was glad you opened up the channel with me 2 years ago with Amigo Review, so I thought this would be a good, some good stuff for us to get into.
2 years.
All right, so guest of honor, Mr. Campbell, who of these Toony Terrors Series 10 should I pull out of the box first? Do we want to go chronological order? Is there a specific monster you would want to see get pulled first? How should we go about the process?
I'd say for me, Wolfman's always been very elusive, so maybe he should be the last one.
All right, Wolfman go last, and that would be out of this series. He was chronologically the last of these 4 of the Mount Rushmore to come around. So we'll save Wolfman for last. Who do we want to go with?
Maybe Dracula?
Okay, Dracula it is.
It's Dracula, I should say, or Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad the Impaler. All right, so this is, look at this. Again, the packaging stuff right there. Let's get real close in on the Dracula. Let me get Jim and Dracula in the screen together. Bela Lugosi as Dracula.
I like that font.
You like the font?
That font really pops.
All right.
The red and green, especially.
The font is good. The color combos are good. The actual the candelabra similar to the ones from the other Jada and probably the NECA and regular NECA. I'm sure it's similar to regular NECA. Let's go back of the box art here. We're in the layer of Dracula. We got the coffin, the web. Again, it's in the Toony Terrors art style. As they always say, you can cut out the back of the box to Chai Star saying my budget is getting low. Mandarin, at another time I'll open him. I try to pay tribute to MIB and do a in the box review. As you can see behind me, Elvira's still in the box. Silver Screens Nosferatu is still in the box, and Silver Screen's Vinnie Price is still in the box. So this will be an in-the-box review tonight, and another time we'll come around and open them up and play around and hang out with them. So, Jim, I'm also seeing, I'm embarrassing myself here, holding the phone up in one for my co-host and holding the toy up in the other. We got the pendant, we got the red band around the neck. Say again, Jim.
No, yeah. I was wondering what that is. Is that supposed his red sash? Is that supposed to mean he's an official count?
I'm gonna, having not been there in 1931, I'm gonna say it's the mark of him being an official count.
Like don't forget, I'm Dracula. I'm still officially, I'm royalty.
It's something like that. All right, so let me gently put Dracula down. Again, if we're doing chronological order, let me say also, good packaging job. Like I'm already afraid of an unboxing, but I'm not afraid of having remote co-host in the phone. I tell you, credit to ZLC Collectibles for a good job on the packaging. As I go to Frankenstein came out second. Again, the color scheme here is just spot on. I don't know if you want to call that swamp green or moon glow green or what have you. It's a top flight figure there. As you can see, securely wrapped around the waist and everything. The color combo of the gray pants and the dark green jacket, the black shirt. Campbell, your thoughts on the Frankenstein in the package?
The green, he looks a lot better than he does on the internet. The pictures that NECA was making for him. Yeah, your pictures he looks a lot better in person with the green. I think the greens really work well together. And I like how you said.
Go ahead.
Kind of picture the Black Lagoon green.
That is exactly what Fun Reason in the Reddit was saying, that they look better in person than they did online. Now for the back of the package art here, again, we got the classic windmill of where I don't know, it's the classic windmill from the movies. I was going to say, was it in the lab in which he was created, or was it where Dr. Frankenstein was trying to run away and hide out after the villagers were coming after him? But I would say it's safe to say the showdown between the creator and the monster occurred in this windmill. So now we're two monsters in. Let me take a chance to get caught up on comments. We got Joe Wenzel, shout out to AT&T. Joe, I wish I could blame AT&T on this. I think it's okay. Mandarin, here we go. Mandarin, if we get Mandarin to call in, this will be an amazing feat. Let me Mandarin. Here's the hotline, Mandarin. Are you ready? Mandarin 773 Mandarin 773-693-5493. It's the Mandarin hotline if Mandarin wants to call in. But I'm already in over my head with messing up. All right, 3 out of 4. Here we go. Maybe some people say the Mummy should get displaced off of Mount Rushmore in favor of the Creature of the Black Lagoon. But this guy right here, he's good to go the 4th out of this Series 10. Again, I like the graphics on the lettering. I like the art style up there, Universal Monsters. Jim, what do you think of this rendering of the Mummy?
Again, it looks a lot better, and that's weird. Usually things look better when they're promoting them. You're like, oh, it's not. The colors are good too. Does he come with an accessory?
Let me look down in there. I see 0 accessories. So Dracula has the candle. The Mummy has, not as best as I can tell, there are no other accessories in here whatsoever. Again, this is some amazing color job on the package art. Get good on the wrinkles on the face, the dark circles around the eyes. Who's got more dark circles, him or me? Good question. Say it again, Jim.
No, I agree. The black under the eyes really gives it that, like a skull. Yeah, it's really spooky. That's nice.
There you go. And the back of the package art, top flight. Okay, finally. Here we go. We got the Awoos. Mandarin saying hotline bling. The Mandarin is saying Mummy is wearing the same outfit as his PJs. And then Chai started saying used to call me on the cell phone. Mandy, let me pull that comment back out of the way. Wow, what a little bit of Groovy Ghoulies, a little bit of Wolfman Jack, a little bit of Lon Chaney, but he's like, hey, what's up? I'm the Wolfman of the party. Definitely draw blood. Definitely looked like he was having a party inside the box there.
Oh, I like those nails, his claws.
Good observation, my friend. Good observation. The darker tone around the claw, the lighter pants. Let's take a look at the Go ahead.
He's wearing khaki.
Yeah, he's khakis. The horse cart driven by the Maria Ospenskaya. I got to practice saying her name before I go live. But what the hell? I'm killing everything tonight anyway. So the gypsy cart drawn around to collect him, bring him back to Talbot Hall. Again, just what a cool way they're doing the logos in there. Everything's good stuff. Good color blends, good all that stuff. All right, now I got the toys down. Let me get as much Jim Campbell on the screen as I had here. So Jim, previously, but it wasn't at hand for you, of the Toony Terror line, which ones do you have on hand, or not literally right there on hand, but in your collection, which Toony Terrors figures do you have?
You know, the only one I have right now is I have Max Shrek, the black and white version, or Nosferatu. Same thing, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And I have the American, I think it's American Werewolf in London, where it's the wolf and the hiker, his companion, who appears to him as a I don't know if you remember that. His best friend.
So again, we got to confess things. So I've never seen American Werewolf in London. Maybe now I'm out of my depth to not have taken a look at it, but I got to go again on your field report for what's in the picture.
You know, I only saw it a couple of years ago, and I was really impressed. It was at the Portage Theater in Chicago. I didn't know what I was getting into, but it's really good. It has humor, but not goofy humor. But I mean, there's moments of humor.
All right, let's catch up on comments because they keep stacking up. So Mandarin is seeing the reference to Drake. The entire phone interview is more interesting than the action figures. Well, then in that case, we meant to do it this way. This was exactly all by design. Junkyard is saying why Lugosi's Dracula. Junkyard, I don't directly know, but I'm guessing it's just that's the way the rights fell. So maybe they didn't seek out or receive the rights from Sarah Karloff to go with the Karloff impression, but maybe Bela Lugosi Jr. and the Lugosi estate were on board with giving the naming rights in this instance. I think when you're on the full scale or the main line of NECA for the non-Toony Terrors line, then yeah, everything is Karloff rights and Lugosi rights and Chaney rights and on and on. Let's see what else do we got here. The chat is going wild with the comments. Joe is saying Vampira and Svengoolie. Let me move Campbell over here. So yeah, we got Nosferatu and then silver screen Nosferatu, Vincent Price in color and silver screen. And yep, there's Sven right back there and Elvira over here. And then on the other side, I have silver screen Vampira and color Vampira. So all right. Jim, question to you, sir. You're pitching the questions. Now finally I get to pitch you some questions. Of these four figures, did anyone stand out to you? Do you put them all four on equal platform, on equal standing? What's your recap on the figures?
Definitely get anything Wolfman related. So that's an easy one. I might get that Frankenstein actually. I think the green just really works. I feel like you see a lot of Frankenstein figures as compared to see so much of him, but that one really pops because of the color.
Yeah.
It really sets itself apart from the other. It's almost like the Batman toys. After a while, you see so many Batman action figures, and it takes a little something to make it stand out. And I think that one definitely, yeah, they really, I don't know what NECA's history is. I remember the first time I ever saw a NECA, it was they made a Batman, Michael Keaton Batman figure, but he was blue from the video game. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't remember it, but it gives you that lost in translation that something's right, but not quite right. It's like on the Filmation, cartoons when you'd have the reverse color of the bat being in yellow and the background being in back for the bat symbol.
Yeah, they do a lot of interesting. I'd like to know. I really don't know much about their company, how they get. I mean, they have so many. They have so much Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures, but then there's the Playmates line. I mean, it's just I don't know how two companies make the same. How do they share it? The line produce
right, the same license going out to different companies. That's some fascinating business on how all that occurs. Have you seen? And I wouldn't be surprised if you had, for the frequency that you hit that you're out there scouting in the aisles, the mashup of the Ninja Turtles and the Universal characters, and then it's part 2, the mashup of the Ninja Turtles and the Masters of the Universe characters.
Yeah, it's amazing how they. Yeah, it's crazy. It's interesting too. You mentioned before we were talking about Dracula and the rights. I wonder if it's so complicated too that back when Dracula came out, did they have action figures, and was that even? It's very interesting, like how who does own the rights to, like how that all works out. They ever thought, 50 years from now they'll be making action figures and talking about who gets the rights and the estate. And I don't know.
This is a super good question. And again, I'm going to figure during the actual 1930s, they probably had maybe a posable statue that was not of the current quality that NECA offers. I'm going to figure when this stuff really broke big first was with the Aurora models in the 60s. And then from there, it spilled over into so many companies and so many ways of going about it, of trying to produce the figures.
No, I think they're all. I like the Mummy. So Dracula, he looks good, but I think the Mummy looks better than. I think, if I had to rank him, I'd say Wolfman, Frankenstein, Mummy, then the Dracula. How about you? What's you?
That's gonna. Well, let me take a recap here. Let me know. All right, so Wolfman's got a lot of personality. I'll go, but Mummy has a real good likeness to Karloff in his face. I like how now I'm taking my head out of the screen and putting you up here, and I like also in the other camera here, since it's facing the other way, then I'm showing the ring light. I'll go, and I might revise this, so I'll go Wolfman 1, Dracula 2, Frank 3, and Mummy 4. I'll go that for my ranking. Chai Star is saying I need tech support. I need more than tech support. I needed a better clue. And I'll tell you how this happened was I set up the show, and then the thumbnail didn't translate in. It was just a blank on the thumbnail. And so I, like a genius, I sent Jim the link at that time. So I'm like, oh, well, I got to have a thumbnail. So I redid it. So the thumbnail was present to what's showing now, the NECA photograph of the 4 characters. And then I tried to send Jim that link also. So I'm betting that's how I managed to put myself in this circumstance. Chai Star, you're needed. For real. And let's come back up to Junkyard was combining New Edition and Mandy's telephone line. I needed
Can we do something someday with the Mandarin where we do like 20 questions?
Dude, Mandarin, are you willing to take questions right now? Here, the toys have been shown, Mandarin. We got you right here. How could you want to comment or not comment on how you got your screen name selected? And then, if not that, Mandarin, are you willing to take questions from the chat and from Mr. Campbell? Now I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to see what's going to pop up in the comments now. Will Mandarin take a little bit of the bait? Will Mandarin take a little bit of the invitation?
Anyway. For all we know, there could be numerous Mandarins. They all take turns. I don't know. This could be the cult of the Blue Mandarin. they all like Batman. They pass the mantle on, like 007 or.
Exactly. The Dread Pirate Roberts, even. There could be some mantle passing, some Mandarin mantle passing. Oh, Mandarin says, ask away. All right, so go, Cam. Now this is a dream come true, taking the boomerang question thrower of Jim Campbell. So, yeah, do you care to confirm where you're at?
Parts unknown.
So, in the past, I know Mandarin has spent some time in Cleveland, and then he can frequently quote things that are around town. So let's see. Oh, here now I got to scroll down on the side here. Chai Star says, need another phone with Mandy. Oh, then I'm totally like Alfred on the Adam West, holding up a Jim Campbell phone, holding up a Mandarin phone. That would be most entertaining. Doesn't mean see that you cannot go against nature. And when a man is a man of mystery, right? There's a reason Zorro had the mask. There's a reason Batman and all the others have the mask. Sometimes you got to respect the man of mystery aspect and element of things.
Okay, did you ever meet? Weren't you supposed to meet at a Comic-Con or C2E2?
We put the bait out for Mandarin to come hang out, but again, the Mandarin is true to his core. True to his core, a man of mystery. Can't pin him down.
So he knows what you look like, but you don't know what he looks like. So he could have walked right past you, put a spider tracer on.
Been giving you guys clues in almost every live stream. You cannot go.
He could have put his calling card in your pocket.
He could have, and similar to the Chris Nolan Batman, where you got your Liam Neeson, your Ra's al Ghul showing up at the party, but you don't know it's really him. So Junkyard now is pulling the modified quote out of Love and Rockets. You cannot go against nature, because even if you do, that's a part of Mandarin too. Well played, Junkyard. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Well, Mandarin goes to C2E2 every year. So, Jim, that could be the same thing. Now, I know you limit your attendance at the things, but maybe back in the day, before we knew of Mandarin was looping around you also.
Oh, it's possible. He's a man of mystery, as you've called him before. Actually, wait a second. Is he a person of mystery? Male?
Well, if Mandarin's not male, then that's the greatest con job on all of us. But it is a fair question. It remains.
Or he could be like Wolf. What's the Avengers? Ultron. What's his name? Oh my gosh. Avengers. Who's the robot that doesn't like the Avengers? Who's in the movie?
Yeah, Ultron.
I said Voltron. Okay,
Voltron. Okay, it sounded like Ultron, but
yeah, okay. Maybe he's just an AI program, and who knows?
I'm a man.
He could be like Brainiac. Who knows? We don't.
Yeah, he spun your question into an answer goal. I'm a man. ... There. Oh, all right.
Okay, so Cleveland male. Okay.
Well, and Chai Star, let me tell you, I said that to Mandarin in the comment section. I'm like, let's do a special tribute. And Mandarin's like, no, don't do a special tribute for me. But let's take it this way. We had the good fortune of being able to pitch Mandy some questions over here. And Mandarin, like, I'm 99% sure, but if Mandarin wanted to confirm that his profile picture, that is Shang-Chi from the MCU, from the contemporary comics, not back to the 70s comics. Can Mandarin confirm or deny? Let's see, what do we got? Let's focus on these toys. All right, Mandarin, I tell you what, that's fair enough. Mandarin's been a good sport about all this. Again, I'm just gonna be amused by my snafu and trying to, have a Max Headroom style Jim Campbell along with me for the ride. Word of appreciation to Jim Campbell. Then again, the first ever show, I didn't even have StreamYard yet. I think we just recorded off of Zoom, and because Jim was good enough to be out in the field and found 50th anniversary Amigos of Batman and Superman and Robin. So what a cool full circle it is to come around again and be a part of Jim Campbell as co-host, talking toys and everything.
So does that make me the fanboy / Chris Connolly field reporter on the scene?
So you got a lot of titles. So field reporter, first co-host. I said a lot of titles, and now I'm hemming and hawing to figure out what else there. Content creator, key contributor, boomerang question thrower. Many are your titles, Mr. Campbell.
I feel like I'm more like you guys are Lois and Clark, and I'm more like the Jimmy Olsen.
Gee, you probably got the thing. Like here, let me see if I can switch Jim and me in there. I'd have to go into the settings to do it, but there would be a way to do it. But there would be a way to make Jim larger, but I'm going to wind it down. Jim, this has been this has been some other kind of technical failure on my part, but it's been a fun conversation all the same. Stay tuned for future business. I suppose NECA Series 11 might be the other 4 characters, and maybe you're going to get Bride and Creature and maybe a little Phantom of the Opera or something. We'll have to see. Jim Mandarin saying you're tiny. Here, there you go. I'll get Jim Campbell bigger on the screen there. All right. Is this live? When's the next live stream? To be determined. I'm going to close this out. Thanks for putting up with the foolishness. I hope for people that were here to actually see the toys had a decent moment of seeing the toys. Blue Sasquatch, come on back to us someday. That would be a beautiful thing. I'm going to go to end live stream, and I'll probably going to have to do it from the laptop and from the phone. We'll let you know, Mandarin. It'll be soon. Around wintertime, I'm going to plug in plenty of content coming up, but I'm closing us out for now. Thanks, everybody.